What's up, guys? Gary here, and it looks like WB is shaking up its gaming division with the head of its gaming division, David Haddad, who was the president of Interactive Entertainment. He is stepping down after the failure of Suicide Squad, which ended up losing $250 million. And now we're hearing the rumors that Rocksteady may be working on another single-player Batman game, which makes sense, seeing as Hogwarts Legacy sold something like 23 or 25 million copies. On the other hand, the co-founders of the studio, Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker, left after 18 years in 2022 during the development of Suicide Squad. They quietly started a new studio called 100 Star Studio and have some kind of partnership with Xbox for their current project. And as for Rocksteady today, in my opinion, it seems like it's just filled with a bunch of DEI activists, which has diminished my desire to play any game from the studio again. Now, WB Montreal has experienced a mix of success and failures with its games. They began with the development of the Arkham Armored Edition for the Wii U, and then moved on to create Arkham Origins. This game received a mixed reception as many players felt conflicted about it because while it was part of the Arkham universe, it was not developed by Rocksteady. Personally, I really enjoyed Arkham Origins. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It has a great twist in the storyline. Recently, they released Gotham Knights, which turned out to be both a critical and commercial failure. In the game, players take on the role of various members of the extended Batman family, including Robin, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Nightwing. Unfortunately, the gameplay felt like a significant step backwards compared to Arkham Origins. The open world design was uninspiring, the dialogue is cringeworthy, and the story is overall just disappointing. We learned recently that they pitched a few games to WB based on the DC characters. They pitched a Constantine game, which I think could be a really awesome idea for a game. For those that don't know, John Constantine is a warlock from Liverpool, London that fights demons from hell. That's just a Cliff Notes version. It goes much deeper than that, but I don't want this video to be hours long. If you want to learn more about him, he actually has a comic book series called Hellblazer. There's also a movie back in like 2005 or 2006 starring Keanu Reeves, but apparently talks about the game stalled because it could not agree on a timeline or budget with the parent company. They then were teetering on a Joker or Flash game. They ended up choosing the Flash, hoping that the movie would be successful and that would help catapult the game to being greenlit. But with the movie being a flop, the game was canceled, and it seems as of now they are helping out Monolith with the Wonder Woman game, and they're also pitching WB about a game set in the Game of Thrones universe. Now, this is a great move in my opinion, as it's a huge franchise with a huge fan base, including myself. And look how great Hogwarts sold. I've been saying for years now, they have the Game of Thrones franchise and done almost nothing special with it game-wise. Really only putting out a few mobile games here and there, but if they were smart, they would make a Game of Thrones game set in the book universe and in the style of The Witcher 3. It would sell like crazy. And with Monolith Games, which is working on a standalone Wonder Woman game, is apparently facing development hell with the game being rebooted back in 2021 after about 3 years in development. The rumor was that Monolith was developing a new game with some kind of procedurally generated storytelling, but WB wanted them to incorporate one of their characters from one of their franchises like DC or Game of Thrones into the game. So they chose Wonder Woman, but apparently things were not coming together, and in frustration with dealing with the higher-ups at WB, Monolith Productions studio head Kevin Stevens and a lot of the directors of the game left Monolith. They ended up starting a new company with EA called Cliffhanger Games, and even with the reboot of the game, there's still rumors that the game could be canceled outright. And of course, Avalanche is working on a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. So that is the situation over at WB Games. It's all over the place right now. I think they will end up going the Disney route and just closing all their studios and licensing out their IP. But tell me, what do you guys think will happen with all these studios? And until next time, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.